In case you missed it, Foodie told a bit of a whopper yesterday in her video about her latest health issue. See, before she disclosed that she has a kidney infection, most likely due to an untreated UTI, Foodie was saying that she didn't know about her type 2 diabetes until Kuwait in 2023. And that simply isn't true. In this video, we'll take a look at some other videos which reference Foodie's diabetes and a community post that she wrote herself in 2020. Buckle up, because this is Foodie at her absolute gaslighting best.
And I recently was diagnosed in 2023. Was it 2023? It was like recently diagnosed with diabetes. I've had really high blood sugar for a long time, so I've probably had the diabetes for a long time. So I have that, type 2. So yeah, those are currently the obesity related illnesses that I have. And I got diagnosed with that here in Kuwait. I saw a doctor, and they, through like urinalysis, you know, they do a urinalysis panel and blood work.
While I'm sure that Foodie would prefer that we all forget about this, let's go back in time to 2020, when reaction channels were already talking about her diabetes, and some were even offering help. One of the most famous collaboration reach-outs came from Papa Swole, a health and fitness guru who wanted to give Foodie some tips on how to lose weight. He made this offer as far back as July 2020 in reaction to a community post that she put up herself. I'll put up links in my description box for all of the videos that I mention here. Now, in this offer, Papa Swole reached out with a set plan for Foodie to follow, both diet and exercise. Needless to say, it didn't go very far. Now let's take a closer look at the community post which brought this about, written by Foodie herself in 2020. In it, Foodie says, "Happy Canada Day, guys. I have some bad news. My blood sugar levels are very high and I will be put on a strict diabetic eating plan. My doctor is referring me to a diabetes clinic," frowny face. "Despite how bad I eat and how I never exercise, I am still shocked by this news." Now further down in the post, another interesting part is where she says, "The struggle I go through every minute of the day is dismissed by someone calling me a failure, and I let that get to me when I now see how ridiculous it is for me to let the opinions of others bother me." As we all know, this is something she continues to deal with even now because she puts her entire life online. She then goes on to finish with, "I will have to change the content again of my channel to a more health-based one because my diet will be very strict in order to try and reverse this mess I got myself into." So yeah, as far back as summer of 2020, Foodie was well aware of her diabetes. The reaction channels around at that time were also referencing it in their titles and thumbnails. Because, just like right now, Foodie didn't change how she was eating, she didn't start exercising, not in any real constructive way, and she kept doing these big, elaborate mukbangs. Remember the Titanic time warp? That was one of them. Check out Charlie Gould's channel for her reaction to that. Now let's fast forward to 2021, when Foodie was well established in the villa and talking about Ozempic. This is an excerpt that I pulled from one of my videos that I did in 2023.
She's very concerned about my diabetes. My blood sugar was 14 fasting, which is very high, and she wants to start me on Ozempic, which is supposed to help with appetite, with weight loss, and with blood sugar regulation.
So before we go any further, I'd like to put up some numbers. When Foodie's talking about diabetes, she's talking about type 2 diabetes. This is a chronic condition that requires constant monitoring because your body basically can't regulate its own glucose. This is due in large part to insulin resistance, and what Foodie's sort of confused about is that you can be in remission from type 2 diabetes, if you can control it. In the villa, Foodie was very fond of saying that she had cured her diabetes. Make sure you check out Just Saying's channel for archives on this subject. In this particular video, Foodie was trying to convince her audience that she's no longer diabetic because she had a lower blood sugar reading. Yeah, that's not really how it works, Foodie. My buddy Kidney J also did a great video about why Foodie Beauty's diabetes is not cured, and you should check this one out as well. In a nutshell, Foodie is playing with fire, and she has been for quite a long time. In my mind, as long as there are reaction channels, there will be people who remember. This is yet another clear example of Foodie trying to rewrite history. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.